I read Captain America 406, part 5 of 6 of Capwolf. I felt such a sense of relief when I read that. I thought we had like 4 issues left, but we don't. We only have next issue, and then the issue after that is Aftermath, but it's also an Affinity Wilds tie-in. There's only like 8 pages of Capwolf in that. We're nearly done, thank God. We're at the point where Capwolf has gone from, I can kind of see another version of this working, to, oh God, what has become of American comics? This chapter is entitled Leader of the Pack. And I want to tell you something about disgraced pervert sicko Gary Glitter. In the 90s, before we knew about his crimes, he actually had filed for bankruptcy twice. And this was before we had any inkling that he was nonsense children. Anyway, he opened up a cafe. He opened up a sandwich shop. This isn't a joke, by the way. This isn't a made-up story or anything like that. This is facts. This actually happened. He opened up a sandwich shop and he called it Leader of the Snack. You'll hear that and you'll go, that's clever, isn't it? That's a great pun. But the thing is, his song wasn't called Leader of the Pack. Leader of the Pack was the Shangri-Las. Is she really going out with him? Gary Glitter was, I'm leader of the gang. I am. He was gaslighting hungry people into misremembering one of his biggest hits, so they would think he is a world-class pun comedian. And do we really need another one of those? I read a book about Gary Glitter once. The problem was, you can't say, I read a book about Gary Glitter to anyone without them expecting a punchline. Right, so Captain America, he has been transformed into a werewolf, and he is thrown into a cage with other captured werewolves. This is fucking dire. He fights, he beats the leader of the pack, there's that title. He beats the leader and asserts dominance over the other wolves. We have our more credible plotline going on. Dr. Doom has uncovered the mastermind of the whole thing, Mr. Crowley, an odd Silver Age villain. And this stuff is actually good. It's a decent enemy to pit Dr. Doom against. And to Robert the subscriber's delight, Mr. Crowley chops off Dr. Doom's ponytail. On the next page we have Wolf's Girl. She is one of the captives. And we have one of the images I use on my channel. Then, elsewhere we have Excellent Force. Cableman has noticed that their rubbish Wolf's Girl replacement member has gone missing. So he is going in hunt of her. I don't know why he's not bringing the rest of the team. I think this story, this appearance, takes place just before Executioner's Agenda. What always frustrated me about this story is that it wastes what I think is an idea with great potential. Captain America, his first encounter with Cable Man. I've always wanted a good Captain America and Cable Man story, and there never really has been one. An issue of Cable Man and Dead Pills, and that's about it. So what happens is Captain America leads the werewolves in a daring escape. It's embarrassing. This is the low point of Marky Mark G's run on Captain America. A bunch of werewolves forming a human pyramid so Captain America can get out of a cage. My most hated type of Captain America storyline, well actually, my most hated type of storyline for any comic is the hero becomes a prisoner or a slave and then leads a revolt. The hero leads others in rebelling or overthrowing their enslavement. Hate it. It's done so much in comics, and I hate it every single time. It is a shit story beat, and that Capwolf employs that story beat is maybe its greatest sin to me. Every part before this, I have managed to focus on something, at least one element usually, that I can see some worth in, or that could have been part of a good story. This could never be. Captain America as a werewolf, leading a group of other werewolves. Fuck that, I hate it. And it's only here where I realise something completely botched, and that I don't think I ever thought of before. You know Moonhugger, the bounty hunter we have been seeing throughout this story? He has been masked through it all. Well, one of the ideas was apparently that maybe we were meant to think it might be the character who this story began with. J.K. Jonah Jameson Simmons' son, John, former Man-Wolf. We might as well spell out the other obvious thing. He was that wolf Captain America beat at the start of the issue. We unmask Moonhugger, and it's nobody we have ever seen before that had Steve Ditman twists. But the idea was clearly meant to be a bait and switch. We were meant to think that it was John J.K. Jonah Jameson Simmons Jr., and I never did. I am assuming most of you have regrettably read this. Did any of you pick up on this idea before this page? That Moonhugger was maybe meant to be John J.K. Jonah Jameson Simmons Jr. I never even considered it before this page. I have read this story a few times, and I have forgotten this detail every time. There was no reason in story for a reader to ever expect Moonhugger being John J.K. Jonah Jameson Simmons Jr. We also have a guest appearance from Werewolf at 8th. I think he had appeared in some of the previous issues as well. And then we have... They even kind of ruin the bit I like. Look at all those werewolves sitting patiently in the pews. It's so silly and goofy. Mr. Crowley is going to perform a ritual, and he has a better model of Stonehenge than Spinal Tap did. He is going to do a blood sacrifice with Dr. Doom, but not if Captain America has anything to say. Oh no, he's too late. Mr. Crowley has already slit Dr. Doom's throat. And the graphic nature of this violence is a surprise. And it's kind of unfocused on. Maybe because the blood is coloured like poo. But this will empower Mr. Crowley, and it is to be continued. Dr. Doom will be fine. Mr. Crowley will be fine. Look at the cover to the next issue. That's how important Mr. Crowley's power-up is. He's not even on the cover. Then we have our usual backup feature. Bane and Red Skull Man's cronies. The main thing is that one of them, Cuthbert, realising that Bane's prisoner, Rachel Diamond, Captain America's girlfriend, is actually his sister, Rugrats all grown up. This issue is painful. It has dug itself into the worst pit that it could, and now it can't get out from it. There were so many story beats and ideas in Capwolf where anyone could go, that's not the worst idea. But now we are dealing with things where everyone is going, that is the worst idea. Really, I encourage you to watch my reviews for this story in sequence, and you will see the tone change in how I talk about them. Part 1, I'm coming across as almost defensive. I'm arguing that part 1 is decent. Part 2, I'm still optimistic. There's not been much that is deeply bad. Part 3, I'm starting to waver because Wolfman is being crowbarred into the plot. Part 4, Captain America has become a wary wolf. And I am trying to focus on the fact that Dr. Doom's little subplot has some thought behind it. Then here, the best thing in the issue is that the bad guy gives someone a haircut. I don't like it, and that is why it is getting 7 thumbs up.